Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Trouble 38. Real green.
To throw, it's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Red. Black Ultra.
And Lance going to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Bridgewater. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he goes out right around the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Draw play, Edmonds. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That one goes for 8 yards.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, Mostert. Nifty move. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Oh, what a move. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Next to score, Dolphins 7, 49ers nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah,
oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
On the ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Blue striker. Rail.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Come on, bang.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down.
Hey, red. 6, mega.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Bridgewater.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win it?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Strikers, 3-3.
After that last run, Lance is going to throw it here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards. It's second and inches.
Lance looking to throw it.
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Steel, black.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Black shot.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 44 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's got room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He's got the hook up to McLeod. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Opposite. Green.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Slide blue. Ready.
Here's Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
39-yard line.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Black one.
And Lance now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Play fake. Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but... That's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From just shy of midfield, Lance. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Lance now on first down. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
At the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 171 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Once again, it's Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They hand it off to Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Let's go!
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 28-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Black Ultra. Go red.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready, break. Ready.
Now Mostert. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. But 209 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Come on.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Here's Mostert. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mostert, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Dolphins have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this 35-0 now.
49ers nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Ultra. Come on, 38. Set, go. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Ready, set.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Play action, now it's Lance. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
On the
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Let's
3
go.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's Hill, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3-3. Ready?
He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ready?
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ready?
2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
First down, Dolphins.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around.